guys, Will here with W.T.F car reviews, and today we're going to be reviewing the all-new 2024 Hyundai Santa Cruz Limited.
And a big thanks to Brandon Hyundai for helping make this review possible. I'll leave a link to their inventory below, and if you're looking for a new car, SUV, or truck in the Tampa area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out.
And for those of you guys who don't know, the Santa Cruz has been Hyundai's compact pickup since 2022, intended to draw in consumers who tend to favor cars or SUVs. For 2024, the Santa Cruz sees a few changes, starting with the all-new and more rugged XRT trim, replacing the previous SEL Premium trim and sitting right below the Limited that you see here. The 2024 Santa Cruz now comes standard with LED headlamps across all trims, lane keep assist and blind spot monitoring. Dual zone climate control is now standard on the SEL, and the SEL Activity package now gets larger 10.3-inch screen. My girlfriend actually just bought a 2023 SEL Activity Santa Cruz, and she's loving it, but she's probably gonna be pissed now that she finds out that you get dual zone climate and a 10.3-inch screen. We got a really big storm coming in, so I apologize if we have like a pretty long cut coming up. I'm gonna try to hurry up with this review as much as possible. There are 5 trims and 2 power plants for the 2024 Santa Cruz. The lower SE and SEL trims get the naturally aspirated 2.5 4-cylinder, made it to an 8-speed conventional automatic transmission, cranking out 191 horsepower, 191 pound-feet of torque. The higher Night, XRT, and Limited trims get the 2.5-liter turbo 4-cylinder, made it to an 8-speed dual clutch transmission, cranking out 281 horsepower, 311 pound-feet of torque. But here we have the top Limited trim with a base price of $42,405. What else we get for that money? Let's jump right in. So up front, you notice your LED daytime running lights part of the grille and LED headlights part of the bumper area. It's a 4-piece LED projector setup with an LED daytime running light right next to it. I like the black grille for this Limited trim. Outside of that, basically the same among all trims. You can see the radiator on the left side, intercooler on the right side, and we get a forward-facing camera and 360 for the Limited trim. The wheel and tire setup is also different for the Limited. We get these 20-inch rims wrapped in 245/50 R20 Michelin Primacy all-season tires. Some of the better all-seasons in the business, an upgrade compared to the Kumho tires you get on the lower trims. We get a dual piston front brake caliper, a little bit of plastic cladding that we get on all Santa Cruz trims. Body color mirror with a camera on it helping us out with 360. We have an LED turn signal on the mirror, blind spot monitoring on the glass for all trims for the 2024 Santa Cruz. We get black trim for the window trim, touch sensors for the smart access up front, unlike the buttons we get in the lower trims. Check out the window sticker real quick for this 2024 Santa Cruz Limited all-wheel drive. You can pause, take a look at all the standard features. It comes loaded with standard features with a $41,000 base price, $210 for the floor mats, $80 for the cargo net, $1335 for the destination, totals us out at $42,695. We get 22 MPGs, 19 city, 27 on the highway with all-wheel drive and a turbocharger. So definitely no joke when it comes to performance, definitely no joke when it comes to fuel economy. The gas cap is pushed to open. We don't get easy fill unfortunately, but not a big deal. Same rear wheel and tire setup. The only difference is a smaller brake caliper out rear. We get LED taillights, turn signals, and reverse lights down below. Santa Cruz etched in the hood. Shout out Brandon Hyundai in Tampa, Florida for helping make this review possible. I like how Hyundai gives us these steps, making it a lot easier to get in and out of the bed. H-Track all-wheel drive, 2.5 turbo badge right next to it. We don't get a tow hitch unfortunately. I believe the turbocharged Santa Cruz can tow a little bit better. It's either 3,500 or 5,000, whereas the non-turbocharged is down to like 2,700, 3,500. I'll leave a link right here to show you exactly what those numbers are. We can check out the tailgate area real quick. The Hyundai badge is actually outlined in this smoked chrome material. Just like the SEL Activity package, we get this cargo cover. You press this button, you can push it forward, and everything retracts. One thing that's really cool about the Santa Cruz is that you can open up this bottom part of the tailgate and it exposes some storage area where you can fit like 2-3 cubic feet of stuff. We get drain plugs and an emergency latch in case you somehow fit a human being back there. We can shut this thing right up. We get some additional storage in both of these corners. Hopefully you can pick it up on camera. It's a little bit tough to access with just one hand, but you can throw some grocery bags in there and avoid them from flying around. Same thing in this opposite side. Hopefully you can pick it up. And on this side, we have an AC outlet. Awesome. We also get a rail system here and 4 tie downs, LED lighting back here as well. The rope, we get a rope to pull this cargo net back, but it's currently not extended. So I got to lay on the hood and reach all the way back. Not an easy process at all. But we figured it out. Shut this hood right down, get one last look at the exhaust tip, and let's fire up this 2.5 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder and hear how she sounds. Alright guys, that was the sound of the 2.5 liter turbo 4-cylinder sold by Hyundai for the 2024 Santa Cruz Limited. And it sounds okay. It makes a really good amount of power at 281 horsepower, 311 pound-feet of torque, made it to a dual clutch transmission and all-wheel drive. You can expect 60 in around 6 seconds, maybe even quicker. I believe Car and Driver tested it at 5.9, so it is a really quick vehicle. No hydraulic struts, unfortunately. It would be nice to have those on the Limited, so I'm using my arm as a prop rod. We can shut this hood right down. It's pretty heavy actually for a compact truck. I also like the smoke chrome grille design as opposed to just the regular flat silver that you get in the lower trims. But overall, the exterior styling is, in my opinion, the best among all compact trucks. The interior, for this top Limited trim, it should be very impressive because for the lower trims, it's still really nice. But up top we get soft touch material, some piano black outline in silver. For the middle portion, some cloth soft touch surrounding the aluminum door handle and some gushy soft leather trim for the armrest. We get 2-window auto one touch up front, power windows out rear, small storage compartment, 4-way adjustable mirrors, lock and unlock, and a solid amount of storage. We get 2 Bose speakers on the door panel. The Bose system sounds really good, significant upgrade compared to the standard system. The seats are also a significant upgrade. We get these perforated, heated, and ventilated leather seats with some orange contrast stitching for the outsides. We get lumbar control. You can recline, drop, lift, and slide the seats. But now the rain's starting to really pick up. We'll take a step inside and really see what we got going on. So foot on the brake, engine start, stop, and everything fires right to life. But first thing we notice is the steering wheel. It's a leather wrapped wheel. It's also leather wrapped for the XRT and I believe the Night Edition too, but not the SCL or the SE trims. But yes, leather wrapped steering wheel, aluminum paddle shifters. The horn area is rubberized, the horn itself. Loud and aggressive. People should be definitely getting out of your way. We'll do a window check. We don't get dual panes on the Limited, but not a big deal. These windows go up and down really quickly. On the left side, we have a volume and skip controls, voice commands, AM, FM, Sirius. You can hang up and answer your phone calls and favorites. On the right side, you adjust the infotainment, active steering, radar cruise control for the Limited as well. The stocks have a very satisfying click, and we have the blind spot cameras for when you click the turn signals. You can see everything that you got going on in your blind spot. That's really helpful when it comes to both curbs and highway driving. See if there's any cars coming up on you over there. We get auto headlamps, auto high beams, and auto rain sensing wipers. This vehicle is loaded with features. We don't get a power tilt and telescoping steering wheel, but it still tilts and telescopes very far. You can turn off the traction control, turn on your in-bed LED lights, and adjust the interior brightness, all the buttons to the left of the steering wheel. Thunder's starting to pick up. Not sure if you guys can pick it up too on camera. We get soft touch for the entire dashboard, the top and the middle portion. We get the 12-inch digital gauge cluster, standard here for the Limited. Anything above the SCL activity package actually gets this digital gauge display. And depending on the drive mode that you're in, it adjusts. This is snow mode, this is smart, sport. You get the red and black contrast, and normal mode. We'll start the review off in normal, transition into sport. Hopefully it's not pouring rain at that time, but here you have the digital gauge display. You can adjust the center part of this infotainment system with a click of a button. Here's your advanced safety features, attention level. You see your drive info, sensory fueling, accumulated info, and a digital speedo, compass, and right back to where we started with a tire pressure display while you're driving. My personal favorites to look at all times would be this advanced safety features screen, so we'll leave it here. Beneath that, fuel level, temperature outside, average MPGs, and the mileage on the vehicle itself. Continuing along, we have our hazards, air vents, the larger 10.3-inch screen, which is now standard in everything from the SCL activity package and up. But here we get the map with a pretty good resolution. The response is just about excellent. The lower trims don't get the map for their center display, but they also get wireless Apple CarPlay. Getting this larger display, you sacrifice the wireless Apple CarPlay, so you'll have to plug in a cord or else you won't be able to access it at all. But the screen itself is impressive. We'll see what else is available. You can pause, take a look at all the features for the screen. And this is the home screen right here with the clock, Sirius, songs currently playing, and date and time. Awesome. My personal favorite would be to look at the map, touch sensitive shortcuts beneath the map touch sensitive climate control too, but it's still nice to have separate buttons for the climate so you don't have to go through the touchscreen like some other new vehicles. We get dual zone auto front climate control, 2 USB 8 ports, and a 12 volt in the center of it as well. We have a wireless charging pad in the corner, additional storage to the left of it. The gear selector controls your 8-speed dual clutch transmission. You take a quick look at the backup camera. We get guidance lines and trajectory. We have a guy currently parking to the right of us. Not quite sure what it's screaming at me for, but we get the backup camera and a 360 camera, both with really high resolution guidance lines and trajectory. We can check out the different views for this camera: over the top trailer hitch view and a side blind spot view, so you don't have to worry about scuffing up your wheels and tires. My personal favorite view is the standard view, so we'll leave it right there. Throw it right back in the park. We immediately turn right back to the home screen. Behind that, we have our center differential locker for the all-wheel drive system, drive mode selector, hill descent control, auto hold for this electronic parking brake, and a camera that you can press at all times to see your backup and 360. Unfortunately, you can't see the front-facing camera with any clicks of a button, but it's so nice to have it. Definitely helps us with the 360 camera overall. We get 2 cup holders. You'll fit 24-ounce bottles with no problem, probably nothing above that. The pass-through is nice for a phone, heated and ventilated front seats, and a heated steering wheel, all standard on the limited trim. The center console armrest is pretty soft, not the softest, but it's decently soft. The space is impressive. You'll fit probably 6 or 7, maybe 8 12-ounce bottles in there. Decent amount of space. The materials here are soft touch with some orange contrast cloth stitching above it. The glove box itself is hard plastic. It's damp, not lined with felt. You'll fit 20 to 25 license plates in there. You'll fit a pair of shoes, I don't know about 2, but it's a solid storage compartment. We have an almost frameless auto dimming rear view mirror with 3 garage home link settings on it. The interior lights are LED, and we get a sunroof. It opens up pretty quickly. Hopefully the rain doesn't start pouring in, and it's actually not pouring in at all. See if it goes any further. It does not, but almost to the end of the front row. We could poke our way out of here. It's a pretty nice day today in Tampa, Florida, outside of the rain, 95 degrees, but it doesn't feel like it because we have a pretty decent breeze going on outside. That's about it though, guys, for the front seat of this all-new 2024 Hyundai Santa Cruz Limited. Let's hop out back, see how much space is offered back there, as well as the overall quality of the material. So we'll drop these seats down so you guys have a pretty good idea. We'll leave those seats up so you can see everything that's over there. Up top we get hard plastic with some cloth for the center, soft touch surrounding the aluminum door handle, and some gushy soft leather stitching for the armrest. Solid storage compartment. We don't get auto one touch out rear, not a big deal. No storage compartment down below, but we get a cup holder. Can't complain. Additional one of your Bose speakers. This sound system, as we mentioned, is really impressive. Out rear, we still get the perforated leather trim with orange contrast stitching. Sitting behind my seat settings, I'm a little bit over 6 feet tall, and I still have about 2-3 inches of knee room. This little cutout definitely helps. Headroom, I have about 1.5 inches, maybe 2. We get air vents back here for the Limited. We don't get them on the SCL activity package that my girlfriend just bought. We have 2 USB 8 ports down beneath and cargo nets behind both of the front seats. We don't get a center console armrest, unfortunately. The interior light back here is also LED. You can open up this rear window. I really like this feature. It allows you to drive with all the windows down without any of the wind buffering. But since you can't control it from up front, it makes the feature just about useless because unless you have somebody sitting in the back, it's simply not going to get open. That's about it though, guys. We can shut it up. That's about it for the inside and outside of the 2024 Hyundai Santa Cruz Limited. Perfect timing for the sun to start coming out. It's a really nice truck, SUV, car, whatever you like to call it. It's a very practical vehicle, and with this turbocharged 2.5 liter turbo made to the all-wheel drive system and 8-speed dual clutch, it is quick. And speaking of quick, let's take this 2024 Santa Cruz Limited out for a drive and see what it's got. All right, guys, now we're just about seeing everything we need to see with the inside and outside of the all-new 2024 Hyundai Santa Cruz Limited. Let's take it out for a drive and see what it's got. My first impressions though, the steering feels really good, very sharp on center. The throttle, it takes a quick second to get moving because of the dual clutch transmission, but once it's moving, as you'll see in 1 second, this thing can fly. About half throttle. Oh, wow. A little delay in the upshift, but whew, I'm sure it'll improve as we get moving. Brakes feel good, steering feels good in normal mode, but half throttle, it absolutely rips. Whew. It is a torque monster. This is just normal mode too. Let's try it out in sport, see what changes up. The gauge display immediately changes up. We'll try some of these manual shifts too. Nice sharp rev match downshifts. Taking a step out here. Quick shifts. I'm surprised how quick this is. It's at least 2 seconds quicker compared to the non-turbo. The handling in sport, steering feels a little bit better. Whew. This thing can handle. This might be the best handling truck on the road today. I know a lot of you guys may not call it necessarily a truck, but I'm telling you, this thing can handle. Throwing it in, body roll is like non-existent. We can see how it handles over these big bumps, huge ones. Boom, boom. The ride quality is excellent. I can only imagine how much of an improvement it would be with the all-new, more rugged XRT. Let's take a step right here, try out an acceleration off the line in sport mode. I read that the brake boost doesn't really work here, so just off the line, on the gas, boost. Woo! Yeah. Woo! Yeah, guys, this thing can seriously take off. I can see 60 happening in less than 6 seconds if you get a really good launch. It's a little bit of a rainy day, not the easiest for the good launches, but right here, throwing it in, woo, it can handle really well. Oh, I'm really glad the rain's holding off too. It's allowing us to have a little bit more fun before returning this beast 2024 Santa Cruz Limited. I was not expecting it to be this quick. One more time, we can take a step out here once this guy passes about half throttle. Boost. It takes a second to really kick in, but once it does, this thing just takes off. Even mid RPM, it just flies. Taking another step into the roundabout. That low to mid-range pull is seriously strong. The handling is seriously strong, and the transmission shifts super quickly. Rides over these big bumps like they're not even there. I wouldn't necessarily call this a performance truck, but considering the 0 to 60 time of under 6 seconds, not a lot of trucks can do that, especially for the $40,000 to $45,000 price point. The way this sits, the MSRP is around $41,000, $42,000 after destination, and for that money, this is a quick, practical vehicle. We can take a step out here, open her up on the highway one time. Woo! Good Lord, it just takes off. Hopefully you can pick it up. We don't have to beat it up a whole lot further. We'll take it out of sport, throw it into normal mode. And I know it's tough for you guys to pick up the isolation from the road when the raindrops are hitting the windshield, but it is a really quiet vehicle. You don't hear really any road or wind noise. Again, my girlfriend has the SEL Activity, so for that stuff I can speak to her vehicle, because right now it's tough to really tell, but the wind noise is super limited. The road noise is just about non-existent, and with these better tires, I would imagine the isolation from the road is even better. Even at higher speeds, it feels like you're not even moving. You look down, you're going a lot faster very frequently. All right, guys, taking a step out here. The rain's starting to pick up a little bit more, so probably a good time to wrap things up. Overall, this is an unbelievable vehicle. It is fast, it is spacious. The materials here are top-notch premium, and the tech gives you just about everything you possibly want or need. A larger screen, digital gauge display, an upgraded Bose premium sound system, not to mention heated and ventilated seats, heated steering wheel. We got train tracks right here. It rides over them like absolutely nothing. My only complaint, and it's not a serious complaint, it's this dual clutch transmission. I think for a long-term vehicle, this vehicle would benefit from having a conventional 8-speed automatic transmission. Thank gosh this rain waited until we got back to really begin. I didn't get drenched nearly in this video, but again, this is an awesome truck. If you're looking for a more comfortable truck, you don't need to tow, you just want to store stuff in the bed, have a nice premium ride, and you want the speed, this is a very quick vehicle with 0 to 60, under 6 seconds, and averaging over 20 mpgs. If that's what you're looking for, guys, I would definitely recommend checking out the 2024 Santa Cruz. Check out any trim level. If you don't want to spend more than 30 to 35,000 bucks, check out the lower trims. I would recommend checking out at least the SEL Activity package, because now with the SEL Activity package, you get the larger screen, you get dual zone automatic climate control, but if you need more power, get the turbo. Check out the XRT, the more rugged trim. If you want more options and features, check out this fully loaded, top of the line Limited. And a big thanks to Jonathan at Brandon Hyundai in Tampa, Florida for helping make this review possible. I'll leave links to their inventory below, and if you're looking for a new car, SUV, or truck in the Tampa area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out and ask for Jonathan. And huge thanks to all of you for watching. I had a great time making this video. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you've already subscribed, thank you so much. You guys know the channel is just not possible without you, and I really appreciate the constant support. But again, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Leave a like too. It really helps me out the YouTube algorithm. That's how these videos get promoted to new people. Leave a comment. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you don't like. Leave a comment. Let me know if there's any specific cars, SUVs, or trucks you want to see reviewed on this channel, and I'll definitely try getting those videos for you ASAP. But other than that, again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope all of you have a great day.